Greetings. Thanks for tuning in, getting ready for your Kundalini yoga adventure. This is a short video for those of you who aren't familiar with this tradition of yoga, which is a little different than other styles. One way it's different is that we're very focused on the energy. The word Kundalini refers to energy, latent energy at the base of the spine, that throughout the practice will come up the spine. So a lot of our exercises do involve the spine. However, the way the practice is structured, the energy doesn't just come right up all at once. It comes up slowly and gradually, so it's very manageable. The practice overall is meant to help strengthen your nervous system so your system can tolerate more and more energy and help you be more and more radiant. Because we're working energetically, and because this is a tradition that comes from a spiritual tradition, we do use some mantras, and we will start the classes with a mantra. Mantra is a sacred sound that shifts the vibration of thoughts in your brain. And they're always benevolent. They're always for the best and highest. The mantra we start with is Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo. And that Ang, in other traditions they say Om, but we say Ang. So it means the same thing. It's all of the infinite amount of energy in the universe. That's the Ang. Namo, like namaste, is a bowing to or accepting. It's also naming yourself. I name myself as part of this infinite energy. I bow to it. The Guru Dev is the Guru is the teacher, and the Dev is divine. So the Guru Dev is the divine teacher that we find within us. Right? It's not a person outside of us. It's our own wisdom. And Namo means we bow and we name ourselves with our own wisdom. So we use this chant at the start of every Kundalini session to get our minds in the right place, to realize that we're part of something greater, that we're part of this infinite energy, that our intention is to connect with our own divine wisdom. So let's go ahead and chant that. Go ahead, rub your palms together. We do this to kind of just stimulate the nervous system, bring the right and the left sides together. So you rub the palms and then press the palms together at the heart, shoulders relax. And we like to chant the opening chant loud and long so that it stimulates glands in the brain, such as the pituitary and pineal glands. Take a couple of deep breaths now, because if we're going to chant loud and long, you want a nice deep breath to support that. So again, the chant is Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo. We'll chant it 3 times together. Join me please for a deep breath in. Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ang Namo Guru Dev Namo. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath in. And so doing sort of marinating in your energy. Good. And exhale, relax. You can relax the hands down. So you can see we start our session with this chant to also engender a feeling of devotion. Devotion to our higher selves and to the world around us. Now, another tool we use that's also used in many yoga traditions are bandhas. Bandhas, which are locks. And they're energetic locks that you use by contracting some of the muscles. So we often use the mool bandh, also known as mula bandha. And in translating Indian languages, often the A is dropped, but it can be there as well. So mula bandha or mool bandh is the root lock. So for example, at the end of the chant, when I breathe in and hold my breath, I don't want the energy escaping downwards. I want to send it up. So the bandh, root lock, is a way of contracting the muscles to keep the energy inside and even lifting up. And that you perform, and we'll do this together now. It's very subtle, but you're going to draw your sitting bones in towards each other, scooting in towards the center, at the same time squeezing at the rectum, lifting your pelvic floor, and pulling your belly in. So you can feel the locking quality of it. This also supports the body in several yogic postures. So again, that's sitting bones in, lifting the pelvic floor, squeezing the rectum, drawing the low belly in. And you're also engaging the sex organs by squeezing in and up as well. So as if you had to urinate but needed to hold it. Good, let's try that one more time. Squeezing, we'll start with the rectum this time, squeezing the rectum, pulling the sitting bones in, squeezing the genitals, and drawing the low belly in. For bandh, root lock. And relax. Okay. So we start the class with this mantra for devotion, and we will use a mantra. It's very simple. Sat Nam. This is called the Bij mantra or seed mantra. We use that throughout the practice while we're practicing. Sat Nam. So when you're inhaling, you think Sat. When you exhale, you think Nam. And Nam, like Namo or Namaste, is a bowing or a naming. And we're bowing to and naming ourselves with Sat, which is truth. And it's the truth of who we are, and on a deep level, the truth of us beyond all the external identifiers of our name and birth date and social security number, but the truth of our soul, right? The unshakable goodness and purity of our soul. So we're reminding ourselves that we are good and pure and that our soul is our true identity. Okay, so that's another aspect of it, Sat Nam. For example, if we're doing a spinal exercise where we move the spine forward and back, opening and releasing the chest, I might chant mentally Sat as I inhale, Nam as I exhale. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Using the mantra in this way, because this practice brings up a lot of energy, which is why it's so much fun and so effective. But it can also, all that energy in the mind can send the mind in 1,000 directions. So using the mantra, Sat Nam, will help the mind stay steady while the energy is rising and building. Okay. And to that end, energy rising and building, we do a lot of various breath practices in Kundalini Yoga. And one of our favorites and most commonly used is called breath of fire. So we'll be doing that together in this video. Breath of fire is a diaphragmatic breath. So the diaphragm's moving. It's easier to think of it as just kind of pulling the belly in. And you pull that in on the exhale. And air comes out, it's through the nose. So I'll exhale out the nose. So I pull in and that sends the air out my nose. And then the inhale, that creates a vacuum. The inhale, that happens naturally. My belly goes out. So I will... You can see how my belly's moving in as the diaphragm contracts, sending the air out. And then naturally, the inhale comes in. So the inhale and exhale are of equal length. We can try it here. Out, in, out, in. And as you get proficient at it, you can speed it up. Or even eventually go quite fast. So if you're in a class or seeing on videos people going very fast, don't feel like you have to go that fast, especially right away. You want to just work with integrity, go nice and slow. And throughout the practice, there are many different breath opportunities to use the breath. That breath of fire is a stimulating breath. It also cleanses the body, which is why we like to use it as well. Okay, so, and one last thing, every Kundalini class ends with a blessing. And the blessing is actually lyrics from a song called the Longtime Sun Song. We will often sing it, or sometimes I will just say it. And it goes, may the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. And finally, as a group, we always end class by chanting Sat Nam together. And the Sat is long, and you want to, as you chant Sat, you want to imagine energy, and it might actually feel the energy coming up the spine, up, 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 as you chant the Ah. And then when you chant the T, the T, it comes out the top of your head, and Nam, the energy just relaxes around you. And typically, we have the hands back at the heart for this. So we'll take a deep breath in and out. We'll do this 3 times just to really nail it. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. And Sat Nam is used synonymously with Namaste as a greeting in the Kundalini tradition. So it's a similar that I recognize the truth of your being when I say to you, Sat Nam. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in a class or having you join one of our video classes. Sat Nam and be well.